Hey, welcome back, y'all. So, as you can see right there, I finally put a lip on it. I took it off the other car, and the emblem. It looks a whole lot better like that. Something I've really been wanting to do, but I didn't have the time. Unfortunately, it makes the sides look kind of dumb. But it doesn't look as monster truckish, at least from the front. But today's video is probably going to be short. Hopefully it ends up being a video, and it's a success. It's gonna be like a kinda DIY. It'll be like a DIY Bilsteins the wrong way at first. We'll do it the right way later when we got all the stuff. But I picked these up last night, and I'm just gonna do like I did the stock shocks and just throw those sleeves on here with this little piece on the bottom, which doesn't look like that big a deal. I mean, that's where the thing stops anyways. So I think it'll work just fine. Assuming these will probably be alright. From what I hear, Bilsteins last forever, so I'm gonna pop the springs off and see how they feel, but I guarantee it's gotta be better than what's in there right now. I also got those little cheap adjustable shocks with those teen springs on them. I got that in the deal too. But now it's like super DIY budget suspension stuff. And you see sway bar stuff over here. So I got a bar from a E36 318, and it was the 4-cylinder one, and it doesn't dip down as far in the front. So I ended up getting one from a 328 IS, and I'm gonna make a dedicated video on this because there's not a for sure way yet, I don't think, without checking the VIN, stand up, on how to determine which bar it is. But I got the good one somehow, and you see that one dips down farther in the front for, you know, the extra room of the 6-cylinder. But apparently this was the sport package one, and it's a 25.5 millimeter bar in thickness. So I'm gonna make a video solely dedicated to how to figure all that stuff out and mount it in the car, hopefully here in the near future, but that's gonna go on soon for sure. And I'm probably not going to record a whole lot of this, but maybe I'll show you how I take the springs off. I probably shouldn't record that. I haven't really put in any other videos before because I don't do it the right way. But maybe we'll record one or two of them. Okay, I think this is what I'm going to go with, at least for the rear. Should be the same for the front. Like I said, I just took the little thingy off and I got sitting on here. I don't think that's that big of a difference from taking this off and sliding this thing down a ½ inch. I mean, I'm not trying to get low right now, but even if I did come down to here, that's more than low enough, so I don't see the big deal. I think that'll be fine. This is more likely what I'll probably just end up doing. And I got obviously the sleeve on there and a bump stop, and then I just put tape on the spring. Isolator don't fit. They got these like polyurethane something that you can buy, and it fits inside that coil. And then so these little deals like slide, see, obviously it's different from that one. It slides like past that part, so I just took this washer and I set it on it. And then I've got this washer deal sitting on there to hold, you know, to put the nut on top of that, so it kind of like, you know, helps keep it in place or whatever. And normally it would have like this on it right here, and then this would go on top of that, and then you would bolt it down. But obviously the threads, well, you see where it bottoms out right here. You see how you got that much room on that one, and the NA ones are obviously shorter. You can see where that washer ends, so you got all that room. So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to make another one and then pull the fronts off and see how that feels. Let's do a little comparison between the Bilstein and the shock that was on there. So big difference. As you can see, this one really don't want to move. And I did this one earlier, and it's still right there, and I already put that together. So should be a big difference. Okay, so obviously NA shocks are a little bit smaller, so I adjusted the perch like all the way up until the coil like hit the top hat, and it was like, you know, snug. and it put it about where it was before. Obviously I could probably go a little bit higher, but I mean that's fine right there. I want a little bit of wheel gap. I have the front up a bit because obviously we got the oil pan hanging really low and the skid plate under it. So I'm fine with it like that for now, and it squats too when I hook. I want to try to put bigger tires on it just to like test somebody else's. I know somebody has a Fox body and he's got 245 17 4x100s. I want to see if I can make them fit on there. Maybe. I know they're going to stick out. We'll see how that goes. Different story. But regardless, I should have done a before and after shake test. I can compare it with the front, which obviously isn't exactly the same, but from how it feels right now compared to that, I'm fairly confident that this is going to be like way better. Here's the front. You see it. It's got a little movement to it. You can hear it too. And then we go to the back. I mean, that's way tighter than what it was before. We'll see what it feels like when I put the front on, but I think it's going to be a whole lot better. Alright, shake test time. And that's a huge difference. That's crazy how much better that is. Look at that, dude. I'm amazed that I won that swing competition with those blown out shocks and no front sway bar. I think it's going to make a humongous difference. The front can stand to come up a little bit, but that's no biggie. I just have to adjust it. I don't know if you can see from here. If you can see, yeah, you can kind of see our skid plate, how close it is to the ground, but at least it's a skid plate and not the oil pan. I honestly think it looks good like that, with the front lowered a little bit and the back up a little high. Let's see if we can get a better shot this way. Not much room in the garage. There's all kinds of parts and tires and stuff all over the place, but you can't really see too well, but I think it looks good like that. It's got a little rake to it. It's pretty cool. So I have to go home and go to sleep for work tomorrow. So this might just be the end of this video. If I get some footage of how it handles here in the near future, I'll throw it in with it. But if not, I'll keep you updated in the next video, so stay tuned. And as always, I appreciate you watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see y'all in the next one. Later, y'all.